part of the government's policy platform is, of course, to increase the hourly rate of the minimum wage from $15.75 up to $20 within the next 3 years. Some support the increase, others say it could put them off hiring young workers with no experience. Others say they can't afford it. Bridget Mills spoke to small business owners in West Auckland.
Along the semi-industrial streets of New Lynn, a hodgepodge mix of retailers, factories, mechanics and cafes operate side by side. At a popular cafe tucked off the main strip, owner Jacob tells me he's nervous about the rise of the minimum wage.
Because we operate a fairly low margin business, and so that just bites directly into our margins, and there's only so much people are willing to pay for things. So our business may slightly shrink if we have to put our prices up, but then also our costs are going up, so when we're stuck in the middle.
He says raising the price of coffee is one option, but he's reluctant to push the price of a latte over the $5 mark. One way to help his business would be to have a lower youth wage.
We take on a lot of people who are at school and they have no experience, and we invest a lot in them to get them experience. So someone who's like coming in from school, jumping in the dishes, like I washed dishes when I was at school, I know my wife did. You learn how a business works and you gain that experience, and I kind of think that if the wage just goes up for those kind of people, then you're not really going to be looking at those type of people, you're going to be looking at people who have experience.
Along the street at Mag and Turbo Warehouse, owner Anthony Saunders is rushed off his feet. He has 3 full-time staff, but finding the right person isn't always easy.
In this specific industry, a lot don't make it. They just don't have the skills and more the mental maturity, I guess you might say. They just come in and think it's still lunchtime at high school. They're not worth $20 an hour at all. You've got holiday pay on top of that, and all of a sudden for a small business that doesn't make huge amounts of profit, that's actually quite a large burden.
Anthony Saunders says he'd like to pay staff as much as possible, but only if they add to the productivity of the business.
How do I dangle the carrot and go, well, look, you work harder, you're more productive, the business is more profitable, it can pay you more. It's that simple, and I want to do that. I want to have staff here. I don't want to have any staff turnover. I want to turn up on time and and do their job, and everyone's happy. Unfortunately, life doesn't work that way.
But for some, it does work that way. Down the road at the Sleep Store, all 16 employees are paid the living wage, which is currently more than $20 an hour. Louise Tangay owns the online retail shop. She says businesses need to be supportive of their staff.
If you're running your business at a level that can only justify paying people $15, then you need to make some changes to the business. We have good steady growth in our business, and our staff are a key part of that. We have excellent staff, and if you pay your staff better, you can attract better staff, which helps you grow and helps you become a more profitable business. So I can't see any downside at all in paying people properly.
The new government is aiming to get the minimum wage to $20 an hour by 2021, though as Louise points out, the actual living wage will likely be higher than that by then. In Auckland for Checkpoint, this is Bridget Mills.